starting Celebrity Beyond in January of this year, there have been so many momentous events, from the delivery of the ship to when we got to our first port of call, Southampton, England. We did our plaques and keys ceremony. We did a few inaugurals there. We did a European season, and now to celebrate not only coming to the United States, but also finally naming this incredible ship and being able to share it with all of you. I just wanted to say welcome on board. We do hope that you enjoy Beyond. So when I came over to Celebrity Cruises from Royal Caribbean, I remember walking around the ships with Simon, and I said, what makes Celebrity special? And he just looked at me and he said, it's the people. The people make it special. And I'm not sure how we formulate that particular value that we have, but honestly, the pandemic, as horrible as it was, it really gave us an appreciation for the people that we have, whether they stayed on board. I can give you an example. In Celebrity Edge, we had 112 people on a $1.2 billion ship for the majority of the time, keeping the ship in operation, one person looking after over 5,000 living plants and keeping them alive. I can't even keep a micro-cactus alive. But we had an appreciation for the people that we had on board the ships, but we also were missing those folks that were back home. And we had so many people return to us. You know, 2 years is a very long time. So a lot of people, you know, had to find different avenues of revenue to keep going. But then when cruising began to open up and Celebrity and the Royal Caribbean Group opened their doors to bringing people back on board, it was an overwhelming response for people to return home here. And it's because this environment, it's a very unique place to work. You know, where else in the world do you have 75 different nationalities of every race, religion, cultural background, sexual orientation, and gender working under one roof and getting along together? It's not just... I mean, if the world could operate like this, honestly, it would be a much better place. And it's a nice change of pace. I call it my happy bubble. The real world is a scary place, but when you come on board ships and you're surrounded by so much diversity, and so much representation of the world at your service, I don't think you can beat it. And my advice to people when they ask, you know, how should I advance through my career? What should I do? And I always say, look for an environment that really promotes inclusion and diversity. Because when you realize that everyone brings something special to the table, and I won't have anyone say that I have the best crew on board this ship. What I have is a unique group of individuals that bring a special culture and their own personal sparkle that helps everyone else around them. And so that's my kind of guide to moving up and onwards in the world, is to be surrounded by people that want to see you succeed and will support you no matter what.